Hey guys, um, it's early. I just couldn't. I woke up and I couldn't sleep. Uh, that's why I'm in a hoodie. Whenever I'm tired and I just can't go back to sleep, I just bundle up, even if it's not hot outside. um, but I wanted to share this dream I had about in August again. Um, I don't just go out and blurt out dreams. I have to sit on them for as long as I feel like I need to, and wait how to see how the world works again, and then I'll share it if it seems important. Um, and lately, I've been having just dreams of this one particular thing for some time. But I'll just go and try to explain it the best way I can. Lord help me. Um, so in this dream, I was in the spirit because I was floating uh, above this parking lot, and it was dark outside. It was nighttime, um, and there's no one in the parking lot. Um, and there was this gray building. It wasn't too tall, but it was very wide and huge. Um, and right when I got in this dream, I heard something about basketball. Um, and the person I heard was Kobe Bryant, and it involved the Lakers. And I heard his voice. I was floating outside this building above this parking lot, and it was a big building. Um, and I was floating out, and I started hearing like this Kobe Bryant's voice. I never saw him. I never saw anyone in this dream. This dream was just a location, and I was just hearing this message or what Kobe Bryant was saying. And he was talking about, like, how they talk about in interviews where they have a game, and then if the superstar basketball player wins or loses, they give their take on it. They give their information about it. How did they feel about this? What went wrong with this, and this? Well, it was like that. But right when I got inside the building, I'm still in the spirit. I'm still floating. I'm like a panning camera. You know how a camera will pan around a location of a basketball place? That's what I was pretty much doing, but I was in the spirit. I was just floating, doing that. And then I got sent inside this great building, and I was inside of a basketball stadium, but no one was there. Um, my vision was pointed to the steps that lead out of the stadium. You have the seats, and you got steps that lead uh, different ways to the concession stands, all the food, and leaving the out of the stadium. Well, I was pointing towards that. No one was there, but I was hearing this it was like a radio broadcast. But and it was Kobe Bryant's voice talking about the Lakers, and he was talking about the tribulation. He was talking about, I can't remember the words he said because this dream was so far, like, it was in August, and I had no clue what to make of this, and I was just sitting there just like, what in the world? Why is basketball getting involved in tribulation? Why Lakers? Why Kobe Bryant? But the Lord surprises me every time. And so he was talking about this tribulation, um, to this reporter, and uh, how it had started, or it was beginning, and then that was it. I never really got the full conversation. I was just able to get the important part, like I always get. Um, I was able to get tribulation, Lakers, basketball, nighttime, and the basketball stadium was empty. Um, Personally, I feel that the reason no one was there is just because, like, maybe the Lord was just putting me in that location so I could connect all the dots of the basketball Lakers and stadium by putting me in the location of a basketball stadium. Um, that's all we can get from this, other than that, maybe the timing of the basketball season, which I think is around August 29th, August 31st, around their time. Maybe that's the ramping up, or the big uh, jump in God's timing of what's going to happen. I don't know. I only get pieces of the puzzle, as always. Um, I'm asking you guys if you guys know anything about uh, anything around the basketball season when it starts. I know that it starts around the end of October. Maybe you guys know something I don't know. I get puzzle pieces all the time. Um, but yeah, I had to share this now because for the past 3 days this dream is just coming back in my head, and I thought it was nothing because it involved something so irrelevant, but God doesn't work that way. um, I think you see something relevant with basketball in the tribulation period. Um, and this past week, I've been having dreams where I was at some basketball game and it was little kids playing, but it was like these little kids had Duke jerseys on and Carolina jerseys on, but these kids could they could play. They were like shooting half courts. There was one kid beside me in the stadium who got the ball and just shot it in the basket. And these kids were like maybe 2 or 3. They were like babies. Then last night I had a dream that I was going to play on a basketball team for my college when I don't even play basketball, and I've never wanted to be on a basketball team. Um, and that dream about the Lakers and the tribulation has just really been, it won't go away. It just won't go away. And so I take that as just, I need to get it out. Um, I feel like it was from God. I feel like it was important. I feel there's going to be something, a connection with this um, date of the Lakers and the tribulation. I know it sounds really weird. It sounds weird to me. Um, but let me know if you guys find anything about that, about when it starts, if there's anything pertaining to, anything in the biblical timeline that we've discovered. I know man's timeline to the biblical times they change all the time because we keep evaluating and we keep changing. We keep, as events happen, we have to you know, look at our timelines and re-scratch them, erase them, add this there, this, that. Um, you guys are better at that timeline thing than me, so maybe you guys know something about that. Um, but yeah, if you don't know Christ, man, what have you got to lose? Personally, me, I figured out that the life I was living had nowhere to go. I knew that, I was lukewarm for a while, and I knew that, yeah, I believe in Jesus Christ, and he's awesome, he did all these great things, but he wasn't in my heart. Like, he had no place in my heart. He was in my mind, but he wasn't down here. Um, and it really just took me waking up to, I'm living a broken record lifestyle. That's what I call it. It's like, you do all these things, and you feel good, it's all this pleasurable desire, this lust, and then before you know it, you're doing it again, and then you're doing it again, and then doing it again. It's like you don't progress anywhere in your, not in, let's say, your materialistic life, but your own growth as a person. You're not growing, and you're just stuck in this rut. And it took me a while to realize that I was being deceiving myself. And it took me realizing and going to God and seeking who He really was for me. It took me just asking Him, like, I know you're real. I know you're there. You've helped you. I look back. I know that from past events in my life, you've intervened many times, even where I was even the way I am now. So I know you got great mercy for me and great love for me. Just help, because I am weak. I had to tell myself I was weak, that I couldn't do it myself, which was one thing I thought I could, because I'm a very independent person. I had to realize that I can't do this myself, and I needed help. And I need you to come to my heart and start changing my life and get me where you want me to be, because since you've kept me alive this far, obviously you want me for something. What I'm doing right now isn't getting me nowhere, so I have nothing to lose right now, you know. But that's my little testimony. But if you're struggling, man, please email me, talk to me. I'm more than willing to help you guys out, because it's one of the best decisions I have ever made in my life. Ever made. And it's for the people who watch my videos and see what's been going on with school and the way the Lord's leading me. I'm more happier than I ever am, because I know how much of a father he is to me, and how much he cares about me by the details, not the broad stuff. He cares about me to the detail, and no other creation can do that. And that's why he deserves all the glory. That's why we give him all the praise all the time, because we realize that we awakened. The scales off our eyes have been taken away. If you're struggling with sin, email me. I'll be more than happy to pray for you and help you out. But it really takes a lot of surrendering. It takes surrendering to his will, because anything out of the flesh is dead, because it's already sinful. You don't know. Just don't. You gotta seek the Lord's will and surrender to it, because he's a gentleman. He's not gonna force you to do anything. He will not. He can remind you. He can repetitively bring it back to your mind, repetitively bring it to you in these situations, so you can make that decision to choose him. But he will not make you do anything, because that's free will. So he's a gentleman. You got to go to him. Lay it all on the line. He died for your sins already. All those burdens you're carrying, he already died for it, and he wants you not to carry it. He already bought that. He wrote that blank check for you and signed it, and happily went up on that cross and got that beating that no one in this world could take. That if you want to look up how bad he got beat, how much he went through, look up the Roman scourging. If that doesn't break you down, just please help him. Just ask for a conscience, like, for real. That stuff, oh my gosh. Try to picture yourself putting yourself in that. That's love. That's real love. But yeah, he's an amazing, amazing God. I'm so glad he is the God he is. And if you're struggling about, oh, there's this Jesus, there's this Jesus, there's this Jesus, don't you think there's one real one? Go ask Jesus himself, not looking at a book, not looking at all these other doctrines, these denominations. Go to him yourself. Why can't you go to him yourself? If all these other people are getting all these different denominations of Christianity, well, seek what the real God is trying to convey to you. You'll be surprised. He's never left you. Look at why you're still sitting here watching this video today. Trust me, he has great mercy for you. But I'm running out of time here. Sorry to go on that rant, but y'all be blessed. Let me know what you guys find out. Again, I have limited knowledge, and I trust y'all that you guys have more knowledge than I do on certain things. But yeah, y'all be blessed. Hope this helps you guys out, and hope you guys help me out. See y'all later.